Alright, hello again. It is me, director Nick DePerto. Commentary on Spartans Versus Beanies, episode 4, Reanimated. This is ridiculous. The beginning theme song changing. This was entirely my friend Jonathan Wilson's idea, I think. Or no, wait, I think me and him both came up with it together. We decided we wanted the intro to just be completely ridiculous, and I chose the song, and then he chose what we wanted to, how we were gonna go back to the original episode, and Jesse was just gonna slap Nick and be like, "Are you kidding me? What are you doing?" And then it just goes back to the original episode. This episode was huge because I believe this episode was made like right after Halo 2 came out. It was in I want to say November 2004 is when it came out, and everyone at my school just like loved it. I don't know why, but I gotta admit it is one of my favorites too. It just something about it. It's just it's ridiculous. The ostrich. Here we started it with the boss battle that we left off on episode 3, and that music from Kill Bill is just ridiculous. And then I thought it was kind of funny an elite saying Jesus Christ because he's an alien. He doesn't know what Jesus is. I just thought that was funny. That noise that the whale makes is actually me mixed with someone else just over and over and over. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I actually brought a little of the whale's anatomy into it. It was completely ridiculous. He shoves a rocket launcher down the thing's blowhole and then just blows his brains out. My friend Jonathan Wilson helped me and Isla film this, and we wanted to do a parody of 2 different movies at the same time because someone told us we couldn't do it. So, we decided to do Lord of the Rings and The Matrix and just make it completely ridiculous. And, we have this Oracle guy come out of nowhere, and, I don't remember where we got the idea for the Oracle. I think that may have been John's idea. I don't know, but Jonathan Wilson came up with a lot of ideas for this episode. It was really funny. The Han Solo part, he came up with that. I know he came up with that because that was his action figure back in the day. And but yeah, we have the Oracle come in for kind of some filler story so people understand why everything's so important, why it's so important that they destroy the tag and stuff, and then the ridiculousness ensues. And that moment that Nick just had was inspired by Fry, the character that he's based off of. You can tell, obviously, and then we kind of created a little drama here. He's like, "Oh crap, I had it, but then I threw it away," and then it's like, and then he just goes in there and gets it. No big deal. They're like, "Oh, okay, that was kind of anticlimactic." Then, then we wanted Nick to just get super cocky, like he thought he was like the biggest badass in the world for picking something out of the trash, and Jesse's just kind of sitting there like, what are you doing? Stop it! Just stop! Go away! Oh, I'm sorry. And Jonathan Wilson actually was in the room when I originally did the original, because when I originally did the original speech for when he is talking about the tag, I did it entirely improv, just this speech is half from the original episode and half improv. So, but a lot of this episode was actually improv. We didn't have a script for this episode or episode 5. It was just mostly improv. Now that I think about it, actually every episode but episode 1 of SVB of season 1 was improv. Yeah, then here we wanted to show a screw up in the UNSC's shipping, and they accidentally send them a quote unquote Warthog, and they're like, "Oh yes," they get super excited. Then Nick, all of a sudden being naive, he's like, "Oh, shouldn't we tell them that's not ours?" And they're like, "Dude, shut up, we need that." And he's like, "Oh no." Yeah, but then, they're kind of disappointed when they get, some, weird hover bike thing. They're like, "What the fuck?" Thanks. What do you say to that? You know? And then this nerdy fan of theirs comes out of nowhere. And actually, if you scroll back in the episode, you can see him standing there in the background watching them. I thought that was pretty funny. He's like stalking them, but he's like, yeah, I'm such a big fan of you guys. And then like they're like, who is this? Where did he come from? And then eventually he just starts talking so much that his words just get spewed into blah blah blahs, and they're just like, is this guy serious? Like, what? Where did he come from? And then instead of being loyal fans, they're just like, yeah, get out of here. But this is the part that makes fun of the Matrix, or not the Matrix. Well, yeah, the Matrix and the Lord of the Rings, because they split up. That's the part that makes fun of Lord of the Rings, and then the Matrix part, the Matrix Revolutions, is obviously what's on screen now. The drill coming out and the beanies. We didn't want the beanies to come out of the doorway or out of the tub again, so we were like, let's have them come out of the fucking ceiling. It's funny, this scene where the beanies are falling. In the original episode, this is the reanimated one, obviously. In the original episode, there were I think 6 people in this tiny, tiny, tiny bathroom when we filmed it. I thought that was pretty funny. But big thanks to Brandon for playing the voice of Travis on such short notice. In the original episode, that was me playing his voice because we didn't know a lot of people that wanted to be in it because a lot of people didn't know about it back then. But now a lot of people know about it, and my friend Brandon here, where I live, oh, that lava effect was such a bitch. Anyway, my friend Brandon decided, let us know that he would like to play him, and it's good, because now, instead of fluctuating between me and Ilif, now in the reanimated episodes, Brandon plays him every time. Oh, Ilif, oh my god, Ilif was obsessed with having a scene where all these beanies suck on other beanies' nipples and for nourishment. I don't know why, but he wanted that in the series so bad. And, well, obviously we put it in there, and that's kind of episode 4 kind of is what fuels the war even more, because that Zen Dragon, he's like the leader of the beanies, basically, until, you know, later in season 6 when someone who outranks him comes along, but, yeah, he was, like, leader of the beanies, and then, you know, they fuck with his kids, and he's like, gosh, you know, my babies, and then, that leads him to getting more and more pissed at the Spartans, and the war just gets out of control. But, that's one of the many reasons they're at war. A lot of people don't really know why they're at war, but it's all explained in a prequel project that we have coming up, hopefully next year or maybe the year after. It's going to be long, that's why it's going to take so long, and we're working on season 7 and other stuff right now.